Well, hello there. I'm Simera'Kai and welcome to our channel. We are here today to answer the questions that we had in the earlier TikTok videos, right? And I'm here with a really good friend of mine, a colleague, a fellow teacher of history, to answer the question on what can we do as teachers to help our youth find their soul song. What makes them happy? What is it that their soul needs? So Jim.
Thank you for having me. I mean, I can't hold a candle to you, but I am a spiritual person, as you know. We've known each other a while. I think that's a great question. I actually asked a very well-known psychic medium on TikTok. I'm not going to say his name, but I asked the question, how do I properly direct, I guess the question, how do I properly direct my passion? And we live in a crazy world, and it's a very difficult world. I feel bad for the younger generation, because we had a lot easier than them. And so it kind of is along those lines. So I'm going to read what he said to me through that reading, and it really resonated with me. And I'll explain it after I read it. And he said, as I connect, he said, this is my mantra, this should be mine. And I share this with anybody because I think it's true to anybody, really. As I connect with my heart, I allow my intuition to guide me to the choices that will bring abundance to me.
Oh, that is beautiful
and
very deep.
I say, as you know, and don't laugh, I'm into cryptids. I'm joking. I'm into cryptids. I have found they exist. I mean, some people don't believe me. I found footprints where we live. You know that. And I'm very passionate about it. But in this world, money plays a role. Unfortunately, maybe someday it won't, as you tell me. But anyways, right now, how do you pay the bills? And that's really, when he says, as I connect with my heart, I allow my intuition to guide me. What he's saying is that I want to be successful. I'm not looking just for fame. I want to be able to pay my bills. I want to be able to help my family. And he says, so the abundance part is money, but it's also just fulfillment, and I feel fulfilled. But as I said at the beginning, we live in a tough world, so I want to be able to survive and make money. And then that's what he's really trying to tell me. So his point is, if I have a passion, and I do with cryptids, he said, stay with it. Mm-hmm. Stay with it, keep pushing it. And he said, because if it's in your heart, and then follow your intuition, to stand on the street corner and look for Bigfoot, probably not going to happen. If you go into the mountains, there's a good chance it's going to happen. So my intuition is telling me I got to go to a certain spot, and I've done that. I could tell you a story of how I actually found a footprint from my intuition.
So how do we transmit this to our youth?
Yes. So I'm saying to the youth, what this mantra, what I just read to you, let your heart, guided by your intuition, that's going to lead you to abundance. So if you want to be a doctor, but you don't believe you can do it, if you have it in your heart, you can do it. And now your intuition has to kick in and say, this is how you're going to do it. Okay. So for example, just dreaming about it is going to get you nowhere. It's just a dream. The intuition then is going to lead you like a map to a plan to get to whatever's in your heart. Be a doctor, be a painter, be a mechanic, have your own business, whatever it is. Let your heart be that transmitter, and then your intuition is the computer that's going to say, this is how you're going to do it. But just dreaming about it isn't going to do it. And if you have that passion and you follow that intuition, it will eventually lead to abundance. Not necessarily just money, just fulfillment. Fulfillment, financially, fulfillment. Wow, I built this business. Or wow, I'm working on patients and helping cure cancer, or whatever the case is.
Very good. And through all of this, of course, as they're doing what they love, that is their passion, they find fulfillment in that as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know, we live in a society, as you know, where they poo-poo this stuff. They think, you know, we're led to believe that this is crazy, that some people believe God doesn't exist. It's ridiculous, but people believe that. People believe your intuition is, what is it? It's just an old wives' tale. It's a fairy tale. It's really not. And so, anyways, for me, there are times where I'm fighting my intuition. If you understand what I mean, where I'm like, do I really, wait, am I supposed to really do this? And
that's normal. I mean, we all have doubts.
Yeah. But so my point is, for the young people, you have to refine that. You have to understand, when you have that intuition, what are you going to follow that intuition? And I learned something from the economic, he was on the Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, he's on the Shark Tank, and he basically said, there's noise and there's signals. We're surrounded and swamped with noise, but the signals are the ones you want to pick up on, and your intuition are like the signals in the noise of life. You got to pick up on those.
Right, and that's great that you share that with the youth too, because as they go ahead and fulfill their dream, what they like, especially in those careers where they are actually giving of their time for others, they will never be happiest unless they serve others.
Absolutely.
And that is wonderful. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Jim, thank you so much for being with us. And again, I am Simera'Kai, and we have just heard from our dear friend Jim here. And we'll see you on the